game. With 5 seconds left and the Cavaliers down 2, Ty Jerome lost the ball and actually double dribbled, but the refs missed the call. Then, a few seconds later, Kyle Guy attempted a game-winning 3 and Samir Dowdy was called for the foul. Guy went on to hit all 3 free throws, and Virginia advanced to tonight's championship game. We're joined by FS1 basketball analyst Eddie House. Eddie, good to have you back with us.
Glad to be back.
All right, so you're watching that game. Did the refs cost Auburn that one?
No, you can't blame that one on the refs. Let's take it back. Okay. Let's take it back, right? In 9 seconds, Kyle Guy scored 6 points. That has nothing to do with the ref. Okay. That 3-point shot. Bryce Brown, in a very important possession after they were up 2, he comes down, he jacks up a 3 early in the clock when they could have ran some clock. A horrible shot.
He did.
Luckily they got the rebound and they went to the free throw line later on off a miss. Jared Harper went 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He go 2 for 2. They're up 3. Kyle Guy's 3 free throws just ties the game.
Right.
Now the double dribble call.
Will he have had the opportunity to tie the game with a 3?
Well, this is the thing. Auburn had fouls to give.
Right.
So the refs are anticipating, and Auburn's being aggressive.
Right.
From the angle, it looked like it was in fast motion. It looked like a deflection. And if you look at the coaches, you look at the players involved, you looked at the people in the stands, nobody thought it was a double dribble. You know, nobody thought. So when you slow it down, you're like, oh, that's a clear double. But in fast motion, because he's poking, they're trying to get a foul, it looked like it was a deflection.
That guy never even touched. Look at that.
It's slow. It's slowed down so slow. But in fast motion, you thought it was a deflection like everybody else did.
I don't need to worry about that. The official that's right there. Look how close that official is.
Well, not the one behind, the one that's on the bottom side, him right there. Yep. I don't blame him because that's a bad angle. The one on the other side, you see another ref right there. Yeah. He should be able to see that. But it's a bang bang play. You don't know what that ref was.
Oh, bang bang, Skip. Remember what we heard that term bang bang from, Skip?
Tell us.
I don't know. I don't
go ahead.
What
road y'all about to go down now? Where we going?
Go ahead.
What rabbit hole we going down?
He talking about the Rams Saints game. When it was the PI at the end of the game.
No, that was clear. Everybody was paying attention to that. We all knew that was pass interference. Nobody thought that this was a double dribble. You didn't think it was a double dribble.
He just continued to dribble. He picked the ball up with both hands and started dribbling.
We know that. We do know that, but you didn't think that when it happened until they slowed it down.
If a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, does it make a sound?
The tree fell on national TV.
Okay, well, they did. Well, guess what? And y'all close your eyes because you're anticipating a foul. It cost them the game, Skip Bayless, because Guy should have never got an opportunity to attempt that 3-point shot.
No, but now why do you let the guy get a look at the 3? You should be guarding a 3. You should not let them get a 3. You don't want them to get a 3. You don't want to lose by 3. And then even the shot that he hit before that, how are you allowing him to shoot a 3?
I told Skip.
You cannot. You up 4. You cannot let him get a 3. Force him to go get a deuce or foul him. Send him to the free throw line.
I feel like I heard that already earlier.
Cost him.
Some similar arguments.
No way.
I can't believe that you have the audacity to try to put this in the same universe or context with the Saints blown call. The whole world immediately said, what are you doing? You missed it. It became the worst blown call in the history of sports. It was so egregious that the NFL owners shocked me by saying, we have to close the loophole. We have to now make pass interference, called or uncalled, reviewable by challenge. You can challenge uncalled pass interference in the NFL because they have to stop that from happening. They had a bogus team go to the Super Bowl.
It was bogus.
It was bogus. The Saints are going to win that game with that call. You know it, and I know it.
But you know what? If they run the football instead of coming out throwing right away, then you could work some clock down. So they're partially to blame. It's the same thing here with Auburn.
Basketball analyst.
But it's the same thing to blame. You know, you could blame Auburn for this loss, but then also you could blame the referees for a missed call.
This was a completely understandable but regrettable blown call or missed call. But it was completely understandable because I'm going to say it again. The great Jim Nance, the great Grant Hill, the great Bill Raftery. He's covered, 90 straight Final Fours? Not one of those 3, as great as they are, not one said, wait a second, that's a double dribble. Nobody mentioned it until Gene Steratore, who is he's obviously an ex-NFL referee, but he did college basketball for years. He brought it up maybe, 10 minutes after the game, and obviously it all got lost in the controversy of foul or no foul on the three-point shot. And obviously, once you saw one replay of the three-point foul, it was a foul. He invaded his space and he bumped him off his shot.
Yes. Before the ball was even out of his hands, he was getting hit.
Right. So again, was it a fair? Yes, it was a fair call. And it as soon as I heard the whistle, I was like, oh, don't ruin this game. But it was clearly you had to. And that ref's name was James Breeding, and he had the guts to stand right there, and he raised his arm immediately because it was a foul. And again, you got to give Kyle Guy the credit to go stand up there by himself and make those 3 free throws. That is hard. I don't know if did you ever have one of those situations?
I mean, I'll go to free throw. I'm making my free throws. I'm not worried about it.
Did you ever have one where you had to stand there and make 3 to win the game?
I can't recall 3 to win the game, but like to seal the deal, or you're down 1 and you put yourself up 1. Those moments right there, that's easy money right there.
Yeah, easy money. But
you go up, step it in. I don't care what
pressure. Did you get away with a double dribble? You should have felt bad for yourself and missed it on purpose because the team should have won because you shouldn't even been at the free throw line.
Man, listen, that double dribble call, it happened so nobody thought it was a double dribble until you slowed it down.
Did it happen? Yes or no?
It did happen.
Should it have been called?
You should have called it.
Well, I wish I was. I should have been there.
You didn't see it happen. You wouldn't have called it. That's right.
To your point, they'd already fouled intentionally twice because they had so many fouls to give.
Right.
So it's like I told you, it's like a magic act where you get distracted by you're looking at the wrong thing. You're looking for the wrong thing, and you miss the trick.
Right.
Well, you're looking for, is he going to foul him? Is he going to get his hands on him? Are they going to call it? Is there going to be any time left on the clock?
Right.
And you miss the fact that he didn't dribble off the other kid's, off Bryce Brown's foot. He dribbled off his own foot. And it wasn't deflected. It was by his own volition. And then he reaches down out of pure panic, and instead of just scooping the ball with one hand and keeping your dribble alive, he touches it with both hands. But it takes you refocusing on the whole sequence and reprocessing to, oh, that's a double dribble. Well, they missed it. Maybe a really crackerjack ref would have gotten it.
Let me ask you a question.
No, I don't think anybody would have got it. It's just because they are aggressive. And the way that he did, when he went to go around the back, it was a reach-in, so it looked like the ball was deflected.
That guy was in front of him. He ain't had no arms that long.
Man, they had been deflected. They've been getting deflections all game.
But let me ask you, so what would have happened when Chris Webber walked in the backcourt, had he gone down and made a bucket to win the game? And everybody said, well, they didn't call it. That was the same thing. Did Chris Webber travel in the backcourt? Yes, he did. And they didn't call it. And the only thing that
he called a timeout.
Called timeout.
Yeah.
That's all anybody cared about.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, you see, all anybody's caring about now is that he made the free throws. But I'm saying the free throws should have never been in play. Just like that timeout that Chris Webber called should have never been in play because he traveled before he got up the court.
You can't give up 6 points in 9 seconds. I'm sorry. That's just the bottom line. You can't give up 6 points in 9 seconds. That's the problem.
They should have gave up 3.
Should have never gave up a 3. Kyle Guy should have never had been getting looks at a 3-point shot. Never. That's the one guy should not be getting a 3-point.
He should have been called a foul. Never.
But even before that, I'm talking about the 3-point shot to cut it to 1. He should never be shooting a 3-point shot. They should be running him off that line. That's the bottom.
He has been ice cold the whole tournament.
Last two games, he's been
come alive.
Right.
Started to come alive, but not like he was in the ACC. He was first team All ACC.
Yeah, no, he definitely wasn't like he was in the ACC. He was cold the first few games, but these last 2, he been hitting.
Yeah.
But the guy almost did the exact same thing on the other side when he hit the 3 to cut it to 1. Skip, he almost hit it.
He did.
But he was faced. He got out there late. He faced him up. This time he was right there on the inbound, and what he tried to do is put his hands here and do that. And they called him in the cookie jar.
If you look at the play again, he started to go jump and contest it, and he stopped, and that's stopping his momentum is the thing that slid him up. He should have just jumped and contested it, and he would have been better off flying by him and making him take a tough shot that way.
But he's in the perfect position because he's on his right hand. So all he got to do is just go by and contest on that side. If he was left-handed, okay, I get it. But the dude, look where he's at. He's perfect.
See how he jumped a little bit?
All he has to do is to the side.
All he had to do was just trust his jump. Trust his first instinct. See, jump up in the air, and he stopped jumping, and that killed him.
You remember what was, I think 2 years ago, when Manu Ginobili blocked James Harden's shot from the back? He was left-handed. He caught him perfect. He was on his left-hand side, and boom.
You finally see the light about Manu.
That's
not a great play?
I hate that I brought it up.
Hey, that was
You brought it up.
I hate that I brought it up.
I don't know why you brought that up.
That's the guy who swiped a bat out of midair with his left hand. Manu Ginobili.
And had to get all them rabies shots, too.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't think I could ever have done that.
Hey, if you want to third guess this, the truth is college basketball is so overcoached, it just drives me crazy. So these kids are all ordered. They've been ordered by Bruce Pearl. Foul, 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 foul. take your fouls.
Right.
Stop the clock. Don't make them bring the ball back in bounds. So if Bryce Brown had been aware and he hadn't been so ordered to commit an intentional foul, once he bounces the ball off his foot, the time is running. Now you're down to nothing.
Right.
So just fall back. Don't foul him. Again, this is easy for me to say right now, but force him to take a contested half-court fling to try to win the game, right? What are the odds?
It is so hard.
Okay.
Because he's thinking foul, and just step back.
And then the coach say, we rehearse that, we go through it in practice, we grab the foul before.
Okay.
I don't fault the kid. I fault the officials. The adults need to be adults and call the foul.
Combination, man. The officials and Auburn had a little bit to do with that too. They had their destiny in their own hands, man. You have 5 points, 9 seconds. Come on.
Call That's what you're there for.
You have 5 points, 9 seconds. That got to be a game. That's over.
So what the referees doing? So what their job is?
That got to be over.
What's the referee job? At that point, what's the referee's job?
What's Jared Harper's job? To go knock down 2 free throws, right?
Yeah. His job is...
Yeah, just like Kyle Guy's job. He's going to win them 3. You know what I mean?
That don't let the officials off the hook because he missed a free throw.
Them 3 free throws is a tie game. It's missed calls all game, though. That's one call. It's missed calls all game, though. That one call, how many missed calls you think it is?
You hear that, Skip? I've been trying to tell you that they missed calls all game.
Doing the best they can. I mean, do you
No,
want
that ain't good enough.
Do you want to be a
referee? That ain't good enough. That is not good enough.
Being a referee is, honestly, I've had nightmares about
that song. I gave
I'm not a referee fan, but I guess
my best wasn't good enough. That's not good enough, Skipper. You know.
Get a pass on that one.
They don't get no pass.
That's the only time I get a pass.
We're going to move on.
The championship game.
No, they didn't take care of business.
Okay, we got to talk about Russell Westbrook, guys. Should he be getting more praise for his triple-double season? I feel like we've talked about this before. We'll just